Hey guys, today I'll be showing you how to paint some Brickarms guns. And so just like right here, I have some just ones that I've already done a while back, and so I'll just kind of show off like what I did and stuff on them. This is my tank of air. It's pretty nice, I thought. I just kind of like custom made it out a couple Car 98s, and I put a grip on it. And the one thing about the painting is that when you do some paint will come on when you put the minifigure's hands in it, so you kind of have to be mindful of that. If you want it to look really nice, you have to do it a lot. But, it just, if you have it on, you won't notice it. Here's an RPG that was actually a freebie that I got. It was light blue. And this is one thing I'd actually highly recommend is painting your freebies because it's really, it's a free gun that you get. And so why not make use of it? Instead of painting, it makes it look a lot nicer. And stick grenade, this is a stick grenade, and it actually turns out really nice. I thought this, I'll show you the paint that I used in a minute on it. And stick grenades are really easy and they turn out cool. And this is a Risco rifle. Japanese, and let me get it real quick. Okay, and this one actually was this is probably my favorite one that I've done. The paint, I used some new paint I got on it, and it turned out really cool. Up here, I have the STG-44, and just a comparison, here's the Brickarms one, and yeah, the orange is a bit different and stuff, and I would say the Brickarms does look a little bit nicer, but it's also $15, so just painting your guns help you save a lot of money too. This is a trench gun right here. I like to use it for my World War I or World War II, and I think it looks pretty cool. M1A1 Carbine. The A1 Carbine, I was going to say that because I'm not sure what the second part is. But it turns out pretty cool. I'll actually be doing one in a minute for you guys to show just like demonstration. AK-47U, and I use these on my, this was actually also a freebie. It was pink, I think, and you can still see a bit of the pink, but the brown kind of covers it up pretty good. And I think it turned out really nice. I use it on my Soviet-Afghan War dioramas. And then a shovel, which I also got. It was a Chinese one, I think, got in a little pack. But it's pretty cool, I thought. And then just, let me just clear this off real quick. But then the materials I usually use to paint, or I really only use two colors. I have some other ones, like olive and stuff. But it's this enamel paint called Model Master. And it's enamel. That's a gray, like charcoal or something like that. Gunmetal, I think. And this is a little brown. It's like walnut, I really want to say. I could be wrong, but leather, that's what it is. And then I use brushes like this. You can buy all this like a Hobby Lobby or a place like that. Just a shop store or online, I think. I might post a link down the bottom if I can find one. But just some small brushes. And real quick, I'll show you how to paint. Actually, I'll do two. One on a brown gun. Brown guns are really easy to paint, actually, because the gray is really good. But, and I'll show you a black M1 Thompson after that. But the brown ones don't turn out as well, I think. So let me just get my painting stuff ready. Always shake up your paint before to get it all mixed or it'll be kind of watery. And let me just put this in the frame. So I just dip it in, kind of mix it up. And then I'm going to start with the barrel and work my way down. Oh, well, yeah, usually you want to try not to get the big clumps, but they'll dry out and kind of get them off. And the enamel stuff is really sticky. I don't know why. It could just be the one I bought, or I left it out too long or something, and it's got kind of messed up, but it still works. If you could find another one, just like, that works too. Any tone of paint really works. I wouldn't really recommend acrylic, because it's kind of dry and flakes off. Something like that other M1 Carbine I have, that's what it was, and it didn't really work that well, but it was what I had at the time. So I just kind of like to get some of this excess stuff off. I'll come back. And then you go down right here, and just do the clip and the trigger guard. And right now it kind of looks sloppy. When it dries, it turns out really good. Like the Risca, it was really sloppy when I had it, but I'll show you a picture at the end when it dries, but it turns out really good. So right now, like the barrel and stuff looks really bad, but it'll turn out nice, so don't worry about that. Get the other side, and I just usually use, and don't worry about getting paint, well, two things. Don't worry about getting paint on the other parts of the gun, because once you get it, you can kind of just peel it off, like, so you don't have to be super clean. Try to be clean because it's kind of a pain in the butt, but. And then I'll get that off in a minute. And secondly, I like to use just a random minifigure torso and legs that I will really never use, so that I can just hold it. And another thing, I'll show you another thing I use in a minute, but let me get this done first. I need to get some more paint, but I probably finish it. Here we go. And so that's how it turns out right now. I'll let this one dry. Let me just get some of the stuff off. I'll let this one dry back here. I just kind of set him up and just make sure he doesn't push him back. Make sure he doesn't fall over, and I'll show you when it dries. It usually doesn't take that long to dry. And then I just usually just set them over. I'm not really going to move the camera, but I have some just like paper towels over there. I set it on, and I'll move this one off. And next, I'll be doing M1 Thompson, just the black one. So I'm just going to take the brown paint this time. And I don't really know how well it turns out. I've done it before, but it just doesn't look super great. But it works. I would recommend trying to find another paint. I haven't really found a good one that fits like the red brown that the Brickarms uses. But this one is kind of it's the closest I found. But if you find one, please let me know actually and leave a comment or something, because that would be really nice, because I really want to find a good one. And then, oh shoot, I got some up here. You can always just wipe it off your finger too when it's dry. I mean when it's wet. But then work your way. I usually start at the handguard on these, and just work my way down and around. And again, don't worry about being too clean. And there you go. That's the grip right there. Let that dry. It'll turn out a lot nicer. Come on. Alright, and what I actually use to hold this sometimes, once I let that dry, is a little mortar stand. Oh, shoot. Well, it's going to get some paint, but not much. But a little mortar stand, because once I get the barrel dry, I can just stick it in there. And then the back part will stay. Not have to really worry about that, but right now, I'm going to go ahead and actually get the... I'm actually probably going to just go ahead and get it all, because it doesn't have to be super nice. This paint dries pretty quick. But get some more paint on there. Right there. I'll usually do the hand grip last. And like I said, the hand grips, a lot of the paint will fall off when you put it on. So signs I'll avoid if I don't want, I'll leave a few out just for like standing. Like if I'm gonna just have them just sitting out on my mock instead of in guys' hands. So I keep those ones clean and out of the other stuff that usually gets all. I'm gonna get some of that glop off. And right there. Sorry, he's kind of have to concentrate. I'll go in and get the hand grip too. I probably should have started with this in because I could have set it in. But, I forgot, so. Sorry, I keep on kind of moving out of the screen. And as you can see, that mortar already has some paint on it and stuff, but don't really worry about that. It's just cheap Chinese mortar that I got from when I was buying some other stuff, some cool minifigures, and they just came with it, and I was like, okay, whatever. But, right there. There we go. If you ever get your fingers on one part, you can just go back really easy and go over it. This one actually turned out pretty nice, I thought. Yeah, this one actually surprisingly well. Sometimes you have to go back over with the second coat, but this time I might not have to. And then I'm just gonna let this one dry. I might just have to hold it for a bit. Let me see. I might just crop this up, so I'll be back in a minute when this dries, guys, and just I'll show you what happens. Alright guys, it's been a few minutes. I've let them dry. They should be pretty good. I took them off. The minifigures, I had them just holding them, and they're dry. So, and then I think this one turned out pretty nice actually. Them Thompson, M1 Thompson. There's still some paint I probably should take off, but especially right there on the clip, I need to take that off, but I'll do that later. And that's pretty easy. And I thought that one turned out pretty nice. The M1 Carbine, it turned out okay. The problem was I touched the barrel too early, and so it took off some of the paint. So right there and stuff. And the clip right there, some of it got taken off on the end. So that kind of stunk. I'll probably have to go back and redo this one. And that's another good thing. On most paints that you use, you can wash it off and redo it if you don't like it. So, I mean, that's a plus. And then just some minor cleanup things. Oh, sorry about shaking the camera. But some minor cleanup things is always remember to put the cap back on the paint. I've done that. I've missed that a lot of times. And that's a waste of $10 because it goes away pretty fast and dries and then ruins it. And then always remember these brushes, I kind of wash them, but they're not super washed. But remember, wash the brushes because the paint will make it really sticky and just kind of clog it up. And you see, I've actually missed washing these a few times, so that's why they look so bad. But I washed them a minute ago. And that's all for today. It's pretty easy actually to paint them. And it's kind of fun. It makes you guys look really cool when they have them because it looks like they have overmolded guns, but it's a lot cheaper. And so thank you guys for watching. Just like and subscribe and leave a comment if you want to see more specific stuff or more a gun that you want to see painted because you kind of have some questions on it. So just let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching.